So, cheers. Bro, that shit was good. If they were all like that, dude, heaven. Nah, but I'm gonna drink 5 of these at open mat right now at Bell Promotion, and we're gonna see how the rounds go. I'm pretty sure. Suck my dick, number 3. Straight cheers. Time for rounds. So off the rip, I have Gavin for the first round. He just got his blue belt, so that's pretty hype, and it was well deserved. He did well in competitions lately. And I grab his ankle right here to try to enter the false sweep with my top foot when he steps on my leg, and he does a good job at stuffing that entry by blocking my ankle straight to the mat. And as I collect his ankle, I make sure to keep that grip so I can shin roll up and secure the top position on the sweep. And I just drag his leg here to try to force like a leg drag, but he does a good job at like fucking running away. My faded ass is just fucking around right now, and I just throw him around the mat. Nah, but now I'm trying to pass his guard, but I got a fucked up foot right now, and I keep hitting it against his shin right there, and it's getting really annoying. So I'm gonna opt to pull guard in a second, as you guys will see, and I'm pretty sure I just smack it against his foot right there. That's my fault, but right there I pull guard, and I'm just gonna work from there, just because I know I can kind of keep my foot safe with that. And he's doing a good job trying to do that step passing around me. It's getting pretty annoying, and as soon as he's trying to beat me right here, I'm gonna overcompensate on the inversion, but that grip on my leg is gonna let me invert a lot easier. And he does a good job at passing it off from one hand to the other hand to secure the pass. But when that happens, I try to force a north-south immediately by getting my arm through and framing on his neck with my right arm. From north-south, it's a lot easier to kind of escape, at least in my preference, from areas versus side control north-south, just because I have a lot more movement. Like right here, I'm just making sure that I have inside position with my arms, and he's not pinning down my hips. He's not pinning my hips, but he's trying to get inside position with my arms very fast, so I try to go for an arm bar because I'm able to invert on my right shoulder to kind of go for a submission.
He has like his eyes closed, just like.
And then on the pass right here, I'm trying to get his feet together in between my knees so I can kind of like windshield wipe my feet around one knee to another one to kind of step around. But he engages the De La Hiva. We roll out of frame, so we just cut to the next part where I was in frame. Thank you, Santino, for moving the camera. And right here, I secure the mount by smashing through and a heavy windshield wipe with my left leg. Right here, as I keep cross-face pressure with my left arm on his face. It kind of helps because his face is moving like in one direction while his hips are kind of straight. But he does a good job at securing the 3/4 mount on the mount entry. You can chase the back from there. I don't prefer doing that. I like doing it with my foot free. So I try to get a gift wrap right here. You guys can't really see it, but I'm trying to get a gift wrap before I get my knee up by his head to chair sit. Right here, I feel my foot has some space, so I just try to slip it out while I get my hip to the mat right there and chair sit. Just like so, from one hip to another. And it lets me get the near side hook, so the bottom hook on the crossbody ride. My hand's fucked up, so I make sure to get the meaty part of his palm right away, so I do minimal hand fighting. And I get control of that top arm, so I can kind of slip my arm straight in for the choke right there, just like that. And then, like I said, since my hand's kind of fucked up too, I have to make sure that my chin is over my hand so he can't grab my hand and he doesn't mess with my fingers right there. Just so that way there's zero chance of him actually being able to mess with the top part of the choke. Next is Squires. He came to promotions also. Off rip, he starts going for the false sweep. As soon as I feel people hook underneath my knee pit right there, I immediately post on the bottom leg and I kind of get ready for a false sweep. But as I sit to my butt, I cross my leg and pummel through because I feel him still fishing it out. And I just want to be able to pull my leg out and pummel safely. And when he goes to pass, I'm trying to get a mini stomp with my right leg. But he gets past my initial Z guard attempt. So it all gets kind of fucked up for the most part. No, but he does a good job at circling around to north south, and I'm just trying to stay inverted and keep my knees to my chest and blocking his knees from moving further, just so he doesn't pass my guard. And as I circle through, I do a good job at trying to secure the Delahiva grip, but he does a good job at stripping it again. And he dies on that arm bar, so I try to counter it with a leg entry myself, but it doesn't work out, so I try to turn through and just spin and keep my guard instead of like just coming up for it. I should have came up, honestly. I probably would have been able to secure the top position, but he tries to fake me out, but he does a good job at shifting my hips over on the fake out to get the leg drag. And I'm just trying to force north south, honestly, because I'd rather fight from there than side control or knee on belly. He's doing a really good job of pummeling his legs too when he passes and stripping grips. Honestly, he was very, very, very good at stripping grips. And yeah, we keep rolling out of frame. That's my bad. I should have propped up the camera in a better spot. I thought I got it in a good spot because it was kind of in the corner of the map. When he tries to grip my head, I try to follow up with like a little arm crunch, but he does that little arm bar attempt also where he's diving through and trying to get an arm bar, and I think he's gonna triangle his legs around my arm. But we rolled out a frame and he came back in, and again he's trying to get side control or knee on belly, but I'm keep forcing north south because I'd rather fight from there, honestly. And as soon as he goes to side control, I'm gonna try my hardest to wrestle up or get a lockdown, because in my opinion it's like the easiest thing or the easier out of like the options that you have. But he did a good job of getting knee on belly and going to mount from there, so I immediately get a frame on his waist to deny him from moving up even higher. It helps out a little bit, but he has good head and arm control. And he's trying to go for a triangle right here, but I do a good job at slipping out on the way up. But we roll out a frame, and on the pass, yeah, I went for a backflip, and it was pretty cool. We ended up from the backflip. I was gonna go to kind of like a backside honey or 50-50 entry. He got another leg in, so I had to triangle my legs to secure both legs in the triangle, and I just had to make sure to keep the knee line. I didn't really care about the heel hook, even though it was kind of there. But after this, I tried to force it and he slipped out. That's why I said I try to keep focus on that knee line. That's like the most key part. I was just kind of surprised that it honestly landed. And as soon as he goes for this backside 50-50 entry, I already just know it's coming, so I start turning and trying to go into 50-50. But I sneak my foot in and try to save it and go into 80-20 or like 90-10 territory. But he does a good job at pummeling out and standing up out of that. Again, my bad for being out of frame, bro. My faded ass just left the camera up and I just kept fucking going, bro. I was feeling good. And he's trying to secure head and arm position to secure the mount well and either chase an armbar or triangle again or possibly my back. But as soon as my arms are free from that, I immediately go back to trying to protect myself and keep his waistline lower and framing on it. Just so that way, just in case if he does go for an armbar and triangle also, I have space to actually react and move around underneath and potentially escape, but at least avoid the submissions and bad scenarios. As soon as I feel him windshield wipe over to keep that arm, I try to wrestle into him, but he does a good job at keeping me down with the knee on belly, and it forces him to go back to mount to control me, and he tries to attack again from mount, which I would prefer to be attacked from mount because I know I can escape when they go for the attack. But the inversion right here is another way I like to get out of mount. I pinch my knees also, and it kind of helps me spin out too at the tip. On the wrestle up right here, I collect both knees and I snake my arms behind them, and I make sure when I stand up, I keep running my feet. But he does a good job at when he falls, he stands a little bit outside my stance, and Sacrifice throws me up and over, so that way I don't secure the takedown, he just secures like a sweep. Our next round is with none other than Model. When she tries to complete the pass, I make sure to secure this underhook right here, just so that way I can kind of start working up or going to dogfight or something. But in the meantime, also I sneak my right leg in to get a kind of like a butterfly hook on her knee pit to kind of help me out in case she does go into mount, to kind of keep that in between us. And she digs out this guillotine, but this butterfly hook actually kind of helps me out with this. It was really clutch, and it helps me sweep her over, but you really have to make sure to throw your arm over their elbow, just so that way they don't secure the high elbow guillotine on the sweep. Because if you do the sweep and you don't counter the guillotine with the arm over their elbow, there's going to be no point of sweeping them, because they're going to still have the guillotine and try to sweep you again after, or finish it in like a really, really shitty, weird way, where it's just not going to be fun for anyone, honestly. But I'm trying to make my way slowly into mount. But she's doing a really good job at just like keeping her frames. Right here, I honestly probably should have went for the arm in guillotine or 100% sweep by underhooking that forearm. But she sits down to her back to give up side control and not get swept over. She probably realized that the 100% sweep, 100%, I can't even speak, 100% sweep was there. But I'm trying to wrist lock her right here. Yeah. No, but I can't get it because she just fights out of it. My leg's stuck. That's what I'm trying to get out. That's why I mess around with the wrist lock for a second, to kind of like occupy her with something. On the way up, I really should have kind of went for the powder keg right there, but I fucked up and I didn't get it. She gets kind of like two double unders out the back, so I just circle through, and immediately I just go for the buggy choke because I know that's going to work. That's why I also wasn't that opposed to giving up side control, because I was like, I'm going to go straight into this buggy choke. But she's starting to get really annoying once I get this in. But as soon as I get my elbow pit under my leg, I start trying to get that triangle locked up. And as soon as it's locked up like this, I use the same hand to grab my shin as long as my elbow pit is underneath my calf, because a lot of people try to step on your face or frame on your chest or belly, and I use my right arm to help frame and protect myself from that. I've had people pick me up also while I still have this grip. I just keep it really tight on my tight grip on my knee like a sloper in rock climbing, and I come up with it and they pick me up. It helps me finish some sweeps too. And right here, I'm trying to block her leg, like I said, from stepping on me, but she does a good job at keeping my head down, from not allowing me to do anything. She's just really trying to flatten me out, which is kind of smart, actually. And she's threatening kind of breaking my grip also on the buggy choke, which is getting really annoying.
Like, are we gonna do anything?
And when she messes with my face, I use that to grab her arm. And with the buggy choke still in place, I try to get a meat hook with that left hand, but it let me sweep her over with a really, 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 really easy sweep right there. And then off of this, I feel the darts coming, so I kind of fish out the darts right there. And I kind of try to keep it, but I don't have her head in the right spot, so I kind of turn it into like a sweep where I roll over right here. I try to fish out the darts a bit more, but I can't. It's really, really hard to choke model. I tried to sweep her, but she just ended up in north-south right there. And she's doing a really, really good job being heavy on my face and my like upper body to not be able to shrimp or turn into her. It's getting really annoying right there. She does a really, really good job at that. And I try to get the lockdown or half guard or something, but she fishes her leg back right out. I tried to get another buggy choke, but she doesn't let that happen. And as you can see, I'm really, 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 really trying to get that half guard back, just to save my life or kind of get like a John Wayne sweep or something out of it. And up next is Young. Young's the homie from South Korea, but he's down here right now. Shout out to him. He dips out to Baylor for next school year, I'm pretty sure, which we won't be seeing him for a bit when he goes out there, but he's the homie. Make sure to go up, visit him in Texas or South Korea sometime. 100% on that. But we start to wrestle. I opt for heavy collar test. I'm looking for a duck under on the left side or like a heavy underhook or a throw by. He tried to do a throw by out the left side, but I just shuck him down. He's trying to harass my feet, but I just keep pulling back. And as soon I noticed that when I pulled this off, he was stepping heavy, and I noticed it too late, so I didn't go for a foot sweep where I should have right there. And when he hooks this collar tie right here, I see the underhook opening, so I take advantage of it and I collect the underhook. Gabriel grip my hands right there just so that way I can secure it and get a really tight throw by right there, straight to the back. And this foot sweep right there is something I've been obsessed with kind of right now from everywhere, and that's just one of my favorite spots to hit it from is the takedown once you got in the back of someone. It's just really simple and like low risk, like low energy, and like high reward. It's just a quick little tip. You just like tap them over real quick, you get a little movement, and boom, right over. They fall right over. Right here, I'm just trying to have heavy pressure on his shoulder tricep region right there, just so that way like he can't turn into me at all and give up side control just like that. But as soon as I feel his hand open up right there, I pass it over just so I can start setting up a gift wrap grip right there and control him a little bit better to ensure he doesn't lay flat on his back towards me. But he does a good job at spinning through, which is smart, and getting out of that. But it gives me that tight body lock with my right arm on his waist inside control, just so that way I can be very heavy. And I pull up on his tricep right there with my left arm, just so that way he can't turn into me anymore. And with that with the right arm, I keep that body lock super tight. When I pummel through right there, it's just so that way I can get my left shoulder and like my bicep across the jawline and start setting up heavy shoulder pressure on the pass. It loosened up because he was doing some weird shit with his legs, and I felt safer loosening it up and just knee slicing across. And immediately I control the head and arm control right there, just so that way I can lay heavy top pressure for mount by pinching my knees, stepping on the waist, and Gable gripping my hands for a second, just so that way he can't move and like spaz out and make me lose mount. But he does a good job at framing on my waist like I did around previously with Squires, and is making it really annoying. So I'm trying to apply heavy pressure to get him to move and give up his back, give up an armbar, give up a triangle. Honestly, this heavy pressure like game has been like helping me out so much with so many people, because it just tires them out. As like Art said, he even said, like Casey says, and like Ron says, is that like as long as you just keep wearing at their like energy level, they're gonna be winning. If you're I'm not really exerting that much energy right here. I'm just controlling him until I see the opening that I want, or create the opening that I want by applying the pressure and making him uncomfortable to where he moves and stuff like that. What's up? It's the next day. The boy fell asleep like at 6 or 7 after open mat. Got home like at 4 or 5. Got some food in me. Watched some Blue Lock, and then fucking slumped till like 4 or 5 in the morning today. And then now I'm about to go to 10 Planet Whittier open mat, like soft opening, first day ever. I'll be there, put in a couple clips real quick, and then probably get KBBQ after. But right now I'm about to copy air, but yes, sir. But hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. At least it was somewhat funny. I like doing this type of shit. Something different. Spices up jiu-jitsu, bro. But because you guys gotta remember, this shit's not all that serious all the time. Y'all need to learn to have some fucking fun. Yeah, I know we train to kill black belts, bro. But 365 days out of the year, we are training. It's just that we do take some days off for rest days, but every day ain't gonna be fucking murder. Really. We're gonna go after it every single day as hard as possible. But you gotta remember, sometimes you gotta have fun. Like me, sometimes I get in the slumps in jiu-jitsu where like I get like bored, I get like drawn out, I get tired, it feels repetitive. We do the same shit like every single fucking day. Pass the guard, take the back, leg lock, arm bar, triangle, rear neck choke. I don't even care how many times you're gonna try to reinvent the wheel, but we're gonna keep doing the fundamentals every single fucking day, and then we're gonna keep doing what we're learning and progressing on every single day. But like I said, bro, these like faded open mats, faded jiu-jitsu vlogs kind of spice up jiu-jitsu for me a little bit. Not gonna cap, like it's pretty fucking fun. No, but I'm gonna go get ready for 10 Planet Whittier open mat. Shout out Mike Wilson, shout out 10 Planet Villain, shout out 10 Planet Whittier, shout out Coach Art and Model. They gonna be coaching over there at night classes and afternoon classes for the kids and the adults, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sir. And I believe Miko, Coach Miko is there, that was at Orange and Irvine before. So get y'all in over there, bro. They cooking up something special for show. But I'm gonna take one more hit, then y'all finna get a quick KBBQ montage, bro. Quick. Where the fuck did I put my pen? Quick KBBQ montage. Once again, I fucking love you, Ninja fam. Take a dab with me if you are 18 plus with a med card or 21 plus in a legal state like me. But love you, Ninja fam. Make sure to share this video, drop a like and a comment, because we got to get to 1,000 subs so I can do 1,000 milligrams before an open mat, because we finna go crazy. And honestly, for that one, when I do that, 1,000 subs for 1,000 milligrams, when I do that 1,000 like special, I'm gonna have a videographer following me around in the open mat, just so that way you guys get all the perfect angles of the whole roll, and they can kind of hear everything too a lot better than this one, because I kind of just did it on a whim. Like I just kind of felt like doing it, bro. There was promotions, I was just like, fuck it, we gonna go crazy. I'm gonna do this for YouTube. They like seeing this crazy shit. But love you guys. Hope you guys have a great fucking productive day and fucking week. Make sure to smash that like button, share it, text it to somebody, drop a comment. Love you, Ninja fam. Drop a little rock star with the ninja emoji for me if you made it this far. Love you guys. Deuces.